Let me go. Oh, hi, Ferondis. You're using your god powers, huh? Hey, what's up?
I failed my people. May the power of the arcane be with you.
What happened, Ferondis?
Don't blindly trust in anyone, especially your leaders. Guilt overcame me. I could not simply wait while you fought. I resolved to follow you into the academy. I'd only reached the academy entrance when I saw those two Naga with you in tow.
Make sure that prisoner doesn't awaken, Parjesh.
Yes, my mistress.
God, just dragging,
Them as closely
just
as I dare.
dragging me along the ground.
I saw my chance. I would attack the Naga leaders and save them from
Gone,
captivity.
spirit! The Tide Stone belongs to us now!
You deal with our guest, officer.
Curse you into
Enough!
time.
I grow tired of this.
Herself will hear of this!
Athissa and the Tidestone had evaded me. Rather than pursuing her, I set off to rescue you, my champion. I had finally found their slave pen. At the entrance to the cave, however, I ran into an old acquaintance.
Wait, did the stream actually split?
Yes, my most loyal subject. It's been too long.
That voice.
I'm sorry. You must not recognize me.
Twitch says I've been streaming for 3 hours. XSplit says for 3 minutes.
Queen Ashara,
Oh, well, okay. I guess it's just on my end.
you lead the Naga?
Poor deluded Verondis. Don't you remember? I quashed your rebellion 10,000 years ago. Do you remember how powerless you were to stop me?
Oh, I refreshed. Now it says 3 minutes. Okay.
And look at
Weird.
you now, a specter of your former self, cursed to an eternity of undeath and ineptitude. I'm giving you an opportunity to kneel before me, Princeling. Maybe something can be done about that little curse.
To release my people's curse, to redeem myself, and secure my legacy. The people of Azuna were, and always will be, too proud to kneel before your demonic allies, Witch. And we will never kneel before you!
My wrath is coming.
Hey, look, it's a Scala. What happened, Ferondis? And now we get gear from nowhere.
I believe you know the rest of the story.
That checks out.
I should never have opposed Queen Ishara. Until we meet again.
Oh,
and
Athesa
I will not
slain.
be
There we
for
go.
turning the Tidestone against us. We should make haste.
Tip the scales. You get it? Because they have scales?
Rally the rest of our forces. I shall make
Hey,
short work of this minor interruption.
Hey, Parjesh, could you not do that?
It will be done, Time Mistress.
Hey, Coil! Seize them!
I died in a cutscene. Are you for real? There was nothing I could do. It just went, lol, you died. Love that. Okay, let's try that again.
Parjesh,
Oh my god, are you serious?
our forces. I shall make short work of this minor interruption.
It will be done, Time Mistress.
Coil! Seize them! A shadow rat will drown.
Well, I lived. Technically. Escala too strong. Escala too strong. Well then. By all rights, I should have died there, but I did not. So that was nice. Gift of the Naru coming in clutch. I mean, that was still definitely not what was supposed to happen, mind you. But I worked with it, I guess. It was a bit silly. You know how it is. Gotta get this bonus objective. And we're gonna hit 107 actually. That was a treasure chest. Aha. Oh, I should re-up my battle shout because I died. Let's see, I guess I'll just fight a few more boys. And now I just beat up this one. A 107. Why am I in combat? There we go.
We are cursed to spend eternity as ghosts. Why, Thaldrus? Why did you and your men come to my aid?
What? I did that all by
You
myself.
despised me.
We saw what you did.
Any elf with the courage to stand up against the Queen herself is worth following.
The Night Watchers are yours to command once more, my prince.
I'm glad to have your loyalty again. It's been a long time, Thaldrus.
So yeah, apparently, Ferondus and his people were supposed to be helping, but they didn't. I'm going to be doing at least some of each of the BFA zones, because all of them have a polearm as a quest reward. So I'll be starting with Drustvar, then I'll be doing Stormsong Valley, and then I'll be doing Tiragard Sound. But it'll be like main quests, not side quests. So, it's fine. I mean, unless there's a polearm involved, but you know.
Can I help you?
Engineers, not completely useless.
Have a good one.
Looks at my main, who is an engineer.
Well met. Be careful.
Data Extractinator 3000.
Do you have a question?
Hey, Hobart.
Run along now.
Am I actually doing... What? Oh. Core contains a script written in an ancient Highborn dialect, which I can't read. Professor Pound in the Scribe's Sanctum may be able to translate this. Which is which building again? This one, I think. Hello.
Can I help you?
Hold on. Highborn! Ancient Highborn! What an amazing find! Is what I would say if it weren't floating directly above the ancestral home of the Highborn. You need this translated or something? I could spend hours poring over the details of this fascinating manuscript, is what I would say if this wasn't the simplest of tasks for someone of my skill level. There it is, word for word. Bring me something interesting next time. Okay, you little piece of garbage.
You need something?
Obtain foxflower, which is from herbalism. I will decline this quest. I don't want to. It involves using the auction house. Yes, I called him a little piece of garbage. Do you have a problem with that? I see, I see. The sentiment was there. The sentiment was there. I should look what we're flying over. Oh, can't see anything anyway. We can kind of see Stormar City. Which we unfortunately aren't going to get the quest through. Because we're before the pre-patch. And we're not in Chromie time. All the exploration EXP I'm getting. Oh god. I'm so sorry. That was away from the mic with the mic covered, I promise. I'm just loud. That was away, yes. As I said, I'm just loud. I'm doing okay right now. Once I hit 110, I'm gonna have a burrito or two.
What has the wind brought? Together. I have just the thing to.
Okay, now the question is, do I actually do High Mountain or do I do Stormheim now? I kind of want to do Stormheim, so I'm going to do Stormheim. Thanks, Michael. Kaboom! Hello, Nix. I'm still alive.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Oh, sending me to Dalaran. Sending me to Dalaran so that I can take a ship back to Stormheim. Gotcha. That makes sense. That's literally what's happening right now. I went to Stormheim to get a quest to take a portal to Dalaran so I could go and take a different portal to Stormwind so that I could get on a skyboat to go to Stormheim, which is where I just was.
What's the situation? Do your duty, soldier.
Champion, the Skyfire is about to embark on an urgent mission.
Oh, Skyfire again.
Accompany them. Report to Stormwind Harbor as soon as possible. They are under strict orders not to leave without you. I trust that your valor and discretion will serve the Alliance well, as it always has. With honor, King Anduin Ring.
Follow me. The Skyfire is just about ready to leave. This is the most powerful ship in the fleet. For the Alliance. Stormheim is home to one of the pillars of creation, the Aegis of Agrimar. Vrykul legends speak of a trial. To conquer this trial is to prove one's worth and lay claim to the Aegis. Impressive, aren't they? The new guns could bag a wyvern at full speed from 300 meters. Go ahead, have a look. Official orders are to escort you to Stormheim and ensure your success on this trial. Unofficially, however, we have another mission.
Again, it's clearly assuming that we have an artifact on our leader of our order hall, but...
The 7th Legion, the toughest men and women the Alliance has to offer. They too come on direct orders from the King. 3 days ago, the Forsaken Fleet set sail from Durotar, heading straight for the Broken Isles. We think Sylvanas Windrunner herself may be among them. We are to track them from a safe distance. We may engage, but only if the situation demands. I strongly suspect
I did not
the
see.
situation will demand it.
It had better. I am not in the habit of tracking prey unless I intend on killing it.
Preparations are nearly complete. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
Our curse is also our greatest gift. Gilneas.
That was a cutscene, I guess. Now let's see if this scenario works. See if it lets me in. Yeah, let me in. Hey, Lorna.
Any luck contacting the fleet?
It's no use. The weather systems around Stormheim are too strong. I can't get a signal through.
Cease bombardment! Man the deck guns! All hands, prepare for contact with the enemy!
Alley-oop.
Main cannons, prepare for a second volley as we breach the cloud line.
Come on, where are they?
Bring us in! Enemy flyers incoming! All guns! Fire at will!
Oh god, camera. Shout out to that guy just levitating there for a second. Oh hey, I think this is Northrend music. Which checks out.
Legionnaires, move out! Storm those ships and find Sylvanas! Griffin Riders, back them up!
I like how they had to put arrows in because people were clearly getting lost during testing. Whee! This is definitely how parachutes work. This is definitely how parachutes work.
Come on. We'll check every ship if we have to. Watch yourself down there. That doesn't look like Westfall stew in those cauldrons.
How would you know? You're Gilnean.
No sign of her. Let's keep looking.
Those are royal guards. This must be her flagship. Seize the captain!
Oh hey, Dread Captain Tattersail. I know you. You're in BFA.
Wait! She may have information.
You're too late. The Dark Lady is already gone. And your ship is already doomed!
Skyfire is being overrun. Come on, we have to help.
Trying to help myself first. There we go.
So many bats.
Hello, my game's Captain Sinky Boat.
The inside.
Mishka.
Get those chemical flares away from the ammo. It's no use. The ammunition has caught fire. Quickly up the stairs.
Ah. Sylvanas' main simp is here.
I'll cover you. Go help Greymane.
Yeah, you're not doing a very good job covering me, Lorna.
Monsters! You have no place in this world! You call us monsters? How rich!
Wait, Nathaniel, who's the one plaguing people right now? I'll give you a hint, it's not the werewolf.
Stop holding back, old man! Show us the real you! Enough! There you are!
Rip the Skyfire.
Victory in battle is the only path to peace. Show them what we're made of.
Can I help you?
Oh, that's good. Just stick a twig in my mouth.
Is anyone in need?
That's
of
some good
medical
quest
aid?
dialogue.
Need something fixed? Good luck!
And I grab this laystone because I have a quest. Gonna fight this elemental because he's being angry. There's the person named Blight Scholar for plaguing people. That's a suggestion. Could he possibly be calling some sort of blight, maybe? Also, the reason he looks like he currently does is because they literally they basically put him in his living cousin's body. Or they used his cousin's flesh or something. Whatever the case, they took his living cousin's flesh and made it Nathanios's. Yeah, he used to look more like a normal Forsaken, and then they did that. That's not really something the good guys do, you know? Just a thought. Yeah. It was in like a little short story. Like, I just think that's not something the good guys do, is all. It's like the Forsaken were always supposed to be the cartoonishly evil faction, and I think it's ridiculous for Blizzard to ever try and pretend anything otherwise, while still having them act cartoonishly evil. Like, that was the point of the Forsaken. But no, morally gray. But they're not even morally gray, they're just saying morally gray and then writing them as being cartoonish villains. Also, when we first learned about the burning of Teldrassil was going to be a thing, and there was a picture with the tree on fire with the silhouette of Sylvanas standing in front of it, and Blizzard was like, oh, well, things might not be what they seem. Who knows who burned the tree? And the answer is yes, it was Sylvanas. It was exactly what it seemed. Jesus! I guess they were probably like trying to pretend that the Sylvanas and stuff was morally gray because they wanted the Horde to be the bad guy, Horde / Forsaken to be the bad guys, but also didn't want the Horde players to feel like they were being forced into being the bad guys, even though they were. Where is the last... Oh. I was like, where's the last supply box? And I've already picked it up, that's why. Yeah. Half the time the Horde players end up just fighting the Horde. Like, there's been at least 2 rebellions now, versus Sylvanas, and then again versus, also versus Garrosh, and then again versus Sylvanas. Both times they had to go to the Alliance for help as well. Couldn't just be an internal issue.
This is the most powerful ship in the fleet.
Greetings. Can you repeat that?
Oh, hi!
Pardon my language, he says.
Take care now!
How can I help you? Hello.
Yeah. And honestly, I think now is a good spot for it to be Tyrande, actually. Because she is currently clearly consumed by vengeance. Also, it would be a good excuse to get rid of Tyrande and Malfurion. Yeah. I think that the whole grand revenge plot was, wow, we killed one Valkyr. Yeah. We should have let the Horde kill Malfurion. Maybe then Tyrande could have had a character that doesn't just revolve around him. Yeah, that's true. I think now she's being like post Cataclysm era Jaina, where her personality trait is currently angry. Which led to her acting so out of character that everyone for a long time joked that Jaina had been replaced by a Dreadlord pretending to be her. And doing a bad job of doing so. Why did you... Rip. Still need one more man. Didn't they add Dreadlord Jaina to Heroes of the Storm? I feel like that was a thing. Like, of all the bad things in BFA, at least they re-railed Jaina's character. We found them, it's the writers. Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on, I need to, Wowhead pins. I need to look up that quest text because the turn-in text is very good. So I need to read it out. Why is the turn-in text not on Wowhead? What? Okay, it's on Wowpedia. Okay, it's... The transponder lights up. An uneasy voice comes over the line. Hello? Is this working? By the light, I hate these things. This is Mishka. Missing 7th Legion soldiers have returned to camp. All accounted for. Over. Message over. Over and goodbye. And the radio cuts out sharply. Good job, Mishka. You tried your best. Sometimes this game gets to have good writing, but it's usually like bit lines, not like plot. Hey, 108! Getting there.
Riders heading your way. Hang in there. The Admiral and I are trying to find a way up.
Skiing. Haha. Get out of that stinky cloud. What? Did that guy despawn, or? Yeah, the event canceled. Great. Why did that happen? Genuinely, why did that happen? The event just went no heart emoji. Oh, hey. Oh, Vethir! This is Vethir. He's a bro. Bye, Vethir.
Hey, I think I got it.
What's the situation? Put that vile thing out of its misery.
He's not vile, just misunderstood.
We now have a grappling hook.
alone will not win what you seek, but it will get you started. Find me near Agramar's vault, and I will put your strength to the best.
Hi there, totally not Lore Walker Joe. You could return to the scouting map in your class hall to do its different zones. What class hall? I don't have one of those. Oh yeah.
So,
That would be pretty cool.
it is none other than Odin's champion. I have heard tales of your exploits.
Oh, I didn't realize there was different dialogue there if you're a warrior. But, like, it makes no sense because I haven't met Odin, because I haven't gone to my order hall or gotten an artifact. Oh, boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You are here at last. See, your vault before you holds not gold, but wisdom. Jotnar is its lock, and glory is its key. Forge a key in the blood of champions, and perhaps the lock will turn. Inside, you will find paths and more.
What is Solar saying?
This land is ancient. Walk with purpose.
I want to appreciate the guy who, so the druid faction is called the Cenarian Circle, I believe. And there was one guy.
Rightful champion is nowhere to be found. The heads of the other champions will have to suffer.
Oh yeah, I guess the rightful champion is God King Skovald. We'll be seeing him later. Anyway, as I was saying, something. Oh yeah, so the druid faction is the Cenarian Circle, and you can technically set yourself to be at war with them and kill their NPCs and thus lose reputation with them. So there was a druid who, for fun, decided to, go at war with them and get himself too hated with the Cenarian Circle. Then came Legion, where in order to go to the Druid Order Hall and get an artifact, he had to talk to an NPC that was associated with the Cenarian Circle. But he couldn't do that, because he was hated with the Cenarian Circle. And he therefore couldn't start Legion. Blizzard then went and fixed it so that the NPC was no longer associated with a faction and any druid could talk to him as a result, instead of just the ones that aren't hated with the druid faction. It seems like a feature, not a bug. I'd say it's more of an oversight. More perhaps. Like, they didn't make it so you couldn't be hated with the Cenarian Circle or anything. They just made it so that that particular NPC you need to talk to do the main storyline of the expansion, like, wasn't locked behind it. You know. Oh yeah, here's Drogbar. These guys are from High Mountain. Spin. Gotta spin, bro. Nice. Why are these vibing in my inventory? Hey. Rip these Tauren. It's fine, those guys are the evil faction of Tauren. That's not a joke, by the way, they literally are from the evil faction that decides to join the Burning Legion. Because what we really needed was demon cow people. Like, despite the cadence I said that with, I think that was cool to see evil Tauren. The Yongal don't count; they're a separate subspecies. Evil Moo. There is no cow level. God, do you remember Whimsyshire from Diablo 3? That was sure something. I mean, yes, but they are actually called Tauren. And they're basically just Tauren who have cool antlers because Cenarius gave them to them or something. They're otherwise physically identical to regular Tauren. There's even, like, Tauren out in the rest of the world that are called, like, High Mountain, that are, like, regular Tauren. That are related to the guy who became the original, like, Moose Man. What mountain? We're not on High Mountain, sirs. This is Stormheim. Do you know where you are? Yeah, they're just Tauren with moose antlers because once upon a time, one of those Tauren helped a moose, and therefore was given moose antlers by a demigod as a sign of thanks for some reason. I'm sure it probably made sense at the time. I was gonna say that's like if a cat, I was going to say something along the lines of, it's like if you helped a cat on the street cross the road and then you ended up being given cat ears, but that would sound like a great premise for like an anime. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey look, this is a slightly demony Vrykul because their eyes are green and they've got green glowing stuff on them. But most of the eyes are glowing green. You help a cat cross the road and then you become a cat boy? Actually, you know what that really? Freaking stole my banner. It's like vaguely reminds me of Hustle Cat. Shoutouts to Hustle Cat, by the way. Which, for those not in the know, is a visual novel where you play as, I don't remember the player character's name, but their appearance and pronouns are both set by the player and they're independent of one another. So you can have genders. I don't recall. Avery. Okay, I looked it up. It's Avery. I didn't actually remember. I just googled it. But yeah, it's a game about you work at a cat cafe, and it turns out that all of the employees of the cat cafe also turn into cats when they leave the store. Not like cat boys or anything, but they turn into like physically like cats. And now that you're working at the cat cafe, the curse has been applied to you as well, and you will also inevitably become a cat. There's a lot of good characters. Shoutouts to what was her name? Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Finley, that's right. Yeah, Finley. Shoutouts to Finley, who takes advantage of the fact that she becomes a cat when she leaves the store and uses it to stage cute cat videos and basically have cat videos doing human things because she's, you know, in control of her actions as a cat, and so she becomes the internet phenomenon Jelly Donut. It's very good.
Cower here in your cave while it still stands. The gods will not tolerate your actions, Vrykul. You will answer for your heresy.
Oh, there goes the Vrykul champion. Hey, do you want these, I brought you these heads as a gift, but, well, you know. Oh, you know. You should play Hustle Cat. What have you streamed Hustle Cat, actually? I think last time you played I was doing all the voices and stuff as well. Plus, to my knowledge, it's also, like, despite being a visual novel dating sim, it's like, it's actually clean, so...
Device power at 75%. Archive device activated. The record is now accessible.
The Polearm are the oldest and wisest dragons in Stormheim. To fly with them is to sail amongst the gods themselves. Seek their blessing to pass the trial of will.
Powering up archive device.
Jorb has tasted the Legion's power. He will claim the Aegis and grant its power to us. This land will be ours.
Nyx knows what he's about. Shoutouts to not only did it crash his laptop and stuff, but it would also like display, like it would be stuck displaying that he was playing it on Discord as well.
At the end of their life, a Raikul's worth is determined by the great rulers of their people. If you wish to claim the Aegis, seek these ancient rulers and prove to them your merit. Only those deemed worthy shall pass the trial of valor.
There's also a raid called Trial of Valor, which has nothing to do with what he just said. Here, have your body parts back, sir. You may want those. What? Okay. Fun fact, if you come in here without, if you try to come in here without getting that guy's permission first, you will get lasered to death. It was very funny on launch day because a lot of people weren't reading all the quest text or were misunderstanding the minimap and thought that they were supposed to go in here instead of up on the surface. So everyone was just getting lasered. And they're like, huh, I wonder why there's so many skeletons here. Dies.
Activating sequence. Trial of Might.
I hope you are ready to face your first trial, outsider.
Oh, hey.
As the keeper of this vault, it is my duty to test the might of those who wish to proceed. Prepare yourself!
I didn't show it off because I forgot about it. And then I'd have to repair my gear.
That is enough, outsider.
Doesn't want to get his limbs ripped apart again.
Unbelievable. Decades of waiting without a worthy challenger, only to be beaten twice in the same day. You have passed the trial of might, outsider. Seek me at the vault's entrance, and I will grant you the blessing of the You have shown true valor today, and for this I shall grant you a boon. Hold aloft your weapon, outsider, and receive a gift from the Titans.
I'm begging you to please put artifact power into my non-artifact.
May our power aid
Please. I'm begging you. Put artifact power on my random weapon from Draenor. Please!
Listen well.
Yeah, it gives you an artifact power item, even. But no.
See you again soon.
Oh, that would have been so funny. Is that Laystone? Yes, it is. I wanted it. Give me.
Champion, it's good to see you. Rykul aren't known for their hospitality. What is it? I'll scout out ahead for a good vantage point. Meet me close to the city.
We gotta grapple. Ooh, more Laystone.
Over here.
So it's supposed to anchor, then take a second, and then have you move. But if you press escape right after you finish the cast, you grapple instantly, which while it's still flying, which I think is very funny. Why is that guy lying down? Is he asleep on the job? I want to show that off one more time, just because I think it's funny. Like, pay attention, y'all. That is how you grapple. That's 100% how it works.
Champion, over here. Quick, before the dregs catch your scent.
It just lets you go. The power of yes. You just yeet yourself through the air.
What is it?
Time to destroy some harpoon launchers, huh? Like these. Haha, they fall down. Flop. I think once I turn this in, I'm gonna hit 109.
The God King hasn't won yet. Let's take those dragons back.
109! I've decided I don't care enough to do the bonus objective at this point. Because it's just grinding random mobs. I'd rather do quests. Okay, I will climb the tower. I have climbed the tower.
Make it quick.
Well, there's no stopping you, is there? Gotta skip this whole stuff. Hi, Vethir. How you doing? He's not mad about before.
Is my ally. Fear not the storm. May the gale
No hard feelings. How did you fit in there? Well, it depends on the leveling speed of BFA now, doesn't it? Also going to be taking a break once I hit 110 as well, so I can have food. Leo, when I take a break, are you going to read the, are you going to read the Goku X and Frank fiction? Okay. I'll probably be taking a much shorter break this time, though, also, because I don't have to wait for food to be delivered, because I already have a bag of Taco Bell sitting next to me. Okay. Someone got plapped. Waiting for respawn. Okay, I don't know how much you'll get to read, since, like I said, I'll be having a shorter break, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Here we go. That's also part of why I suggested the Goku and Frank fic, because it's not very long.
I am free.
Oh, maybe.
You are a true savior, outsider.
You know what? That's fair.
Speak to Vethir. He will take you to the summit.
That's a solid reason. Oh, right. Snarts. Me when I remember Snarts. We are looking for Snart. I don't know how to play Monster of the Week, and also maybe ask me later when I'm not focusing on Polearm. I'm not against the idea, but I would require more information at a time when I can actually process it. We are always looking for Snarts. I think it is, yes. I think it was supposed to be, we are looking for smart, intelligent people, blah blah blah, but they wrote snart instead of smart. probably wasn't also the exact wording, but I just realized how redundant that is. All that really matters is the first part, let's be honest. And I think, was it a Tumblr post? It was someone, won't someone please help them find Snart?
I stand with you.
Think of the Snarts.
Fear not the storm. The Drekkerjar have upset our ancient pact. It is time they face the consequences.
The Drekkerjar must pay. Someone not of this land. You chose to save us from a wretched fate. You have passed the trial of will, and you have also gained an ally. Hold aloft your weapon, outsider. Accept the power of storm and thunder as a gift for your selfless acts.
Hold aloft your random polearm. God, I love that so much. I genuinely love that it treats it like an artifact. Oh nice, the artifact relic upgraded, that's useful.
Take wing with Bethir, friend, and show these Vrykul the true fury of the storm!
Time to help them find Snart.
Suffer the wrath of the Thorinir!
So why didn't they just do this the whole time? What was stopping them from doing this before?
The unworthy will be thrashed in the gale winds!
Genuinely, what was stopping them from doing this from the start?
Suffer the wrath of the Thorinir!
They couldn't find Snart. You know what? You're right. That must be it. That must be what happened.
Your trials are far from over. When you need me again, I shall be ready. It seems that a messenger awaits. May the gale winds carry you, friend.
Two trials faced, and one remains.
When?
You must seek the judgment of the ancient kings. But they are dead, and you are not. There is one who can bridge the gap if you indulge him. Meet me at Valdistal, and I will spin the tale.
For now, I'm actually gonna fly around and get Laystone, so that I can finish my Laystone quest. Because I don't want to leave it half finished and then have to abandon it. Or leave it in my quest log forever. I am Snart. They were looking for Snart and they found him. At birth? Well, alright then, I guess so long as we've got that established. Where's the Laystone? Is it in the cave or something? No, it is not. Where is the Laystone? Give. Give me. Where is? Want it. Okay, I guess I may not have those 2 Laystone deposits. They're probably inside the world geometry. Which frankly wouldn't surprise me. That's Fell Slate. That's also Fell Slate. I don't want to start a Fell Slate quest. Laystone. Getting there. At least don't seem in a cave. The most engaging content. Rich Laystone deposit. Hello. 2. I should head this way because I realize I don't have the Volatile flight point yet. And maybe I'll find some ore on the way if I'm lucky. Yoink. Stone. 1. Come on, give me 2. Also, this guy needs to not exist. Goodbye, sir. 2! Great. Alright, now to go turn that in. Just pop on over to High Mountain real quick. So how y'all doing? Vibing. Doing. Sleppy. Oh, Pringles. Wish I had some Pringles.
High Mountain stands. May Unshade guide you. Look to the skies. Beware the deep places of the earth.
Great quest that was. There was some lore about some random Tauren miner that I don't care about. But I got X for it. Pretty sizable chunk, too. 74% to 110. Almost there. And then it'll be BFA time, and I'll have made it through all of Legion without ever acquiring an artifact. Which is just really funny. To me, at least. I can't speak for everybody, but... just skipping the intro to the expansion and the mechanic the expansion was built around because I don't feel like it. That's fine and normal. These things happen.
In House Vault, the bone speakers keep the dead. They will not help you.
Yeah.
Their ways are twisted. They have forgotten the old vows.
Also, part of the reason was because once you get an artifact, you can never get rid of it. You can't delete it, you can't, like, sell it. It is forced to stay in your inventory, be it bags or your bank. You can't even put it in void storage. You must have an artifact. You can never get rid of it.
And pass the trial of valor.
So I've decided to just never get one in the first place. Therefore, it never takes up a bag slot. Can't argue with that logic now, can you? And it didn't lock me out of any of the main quests, so...
Twisted leaves, the rune stones. Will not open. I can hear the woods call to me.
We're just gonna quest for a tree now. That's fine.
The grove will feast tonight. I'm not defeated.
Pretty sure you are, dude.
Must break free. I can almost feel my leaves. I am unbound. My roots will seek the hearts of my betrayers.
I heard a plap in game. I don't think I've heard that sound effect before.
Glorious ending will not open.
Runex. Carver, hello. You know, for a level 96 weapon, I'm doing quite well. get some guys over here. Let's find some carvers. I don't really need any more rune axes, except for one. But they're all over the place, so... Oh boy, competition. I'll allow this man because he seems to have a... No, wait, no, never mind. That's the Ashbringer, not a Polearm. He's cancelled. Why they gotta steal my mobs? See you, Nyx. That was not a sound I needed to hear a tree make.
Stand before me, little one.
Oh, for... Come on. Really?
Mine is the power of the gods.
Please stop helping me. Okay. Now to wait for them to respawn again. So is he. Alright, I'll see if I can find any anywhere else. May I have some carvers, please? Just some carvers from my quest? Bro, they're all rune axes. Why? I'll just turn this one in first. Hello. How you doing, Sai? It's me, Jorbus Palinorbus. One more carver. Just one. A single. Please spawn. Please spawn. Vibing. Doing good, I'm about to hit level 110, and then I'll be taking a short break of food while Leo reads fanfic. At least I think that's his plan.
The stone.
Why am I in combat still? You.
Your blood will be my portion.
Edgy. Just gonna get these mushrooms because I don't even think I need to do the other one. Come on, just a few more mushrooms. Oof. 99%. Well, there's a rare here, so I'm gonna kill it. Gain from that. No, don't take this from. No! No, not a 120 helping! It reduced the EXP I got because there was a 120 helping. It reduced the EXP because there was a 120 helping. It's just the principle of the matter. It's like, come on, man. Really? It's like, did you really need to do that? But I want it to be, like, from something cool. Okay, I'll get it from this rare now. Not from the one I was after, mind you, but... There we go.
The time has come for us to claim what is rightfully ours. The final push to retake Lordaeron Keep commences at dawn. The Horde and their war chief must answer for their crimes.
The answer is I was tunnel visioned. Anyway, hey! I can go to Stormwind. Whew.
Commander, I have a message for you.
Oh, this guy wants me to go get an artifact again because I abandoned the quest.
What are you looking for?
I bear an important message from Danath Trollbane.
Don't care.
Have a good one.
If you please, this is an important matter that requires your attention.
Nah. I don't think so. Goodbye. Farewell. Oh, okay, that was kind of funny. That was a nice ending. Alright, I'm going to vibe in Stormwind for a bit while Leo does Leo things.
Hello, naughty children. It is murder time. Oh, I'm making a bar thing real quick. Can y'all hear me? Woohoo! Okay, one sec. Okay. So today, I prepared a fanfic ahead of time because I am major league into Henry Stickmin, as everyone here surely knows, and there is a crossover in the 803 tag that I could not find. So I found a different crossover with Danganronpa. I like Danganronpa. I have not seen the anime besides the very first one. I have not played V3. To my knowledge, it's just the first and second games, basically. And like the first anime. But I like Danganronpa. I like Stickmin. Combining the two should be good, is what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna go into this thing that this is gonna be bad, because I think that'd be kind of mean, considering the Stickmin fandom is rather small and has people in it who are just vibing and having a fun time. I think that's great. So I'm just gonna read this because I think it could be entertaining, but not that it could be bad. This is not me like shitting on it or anything. This is just I want to have a fun time reading something that I may enjoy and that might have some funny moments and that maybe the chat will enjoy too. And I've been actually kind of getting more excited about this as I talked about it to Solar, because we have theories now about it. So, I have Surviving the Killing Game by Female Sonic XZ. It is a Henry Stickmin / Danganronpa 3 fanfic. And the summary is Mono Bear has captured the government and the Toppat clan to participate in a killing game. It's up to Henry and the others to find the mastermind behind it all, along with some special guests. The character tags are pretty interesting, but I'm not gonna read them out because we'll see them as we go. But I'm just like eyeing it, like, oh yeah, Commander. Okay. Also, there's an author's note before the first chapter saying, okay, so originally this was going to be like the games, but I really like the forbidden actions from the anime. That's why it's based off the anime. Again, I have not seen the rest of the anime, so I don't actually know what the forbidden actions are super well. I've read the first chapter of this, and they get explained a little bit, but I'm going in like somewhat blind, basically. I am actually very excited. Okay. Sorry. I don't know how like audibly excited I am, but I'm excited. Okay. Okay. Chapter 1. Henry, wake up! Henry opens his eyes to find himself in a building. Next to him was his friend Ellie. You're finally awake. We were at the government base when we were attacked. Then we all woke up here, Ellie said. Henry stands up and sees the general, some government members, and even the Toppat clan? Hey, Stickmin, mind telling us why we're here, Reginald, leader of the Toppat clan, said. As a side note, I'm not doing character voices for this one, because many characters, and I don't have practice voicing anyone except for Charles. So I might do Charles when he shows up, but I'm not going to voice anybody else. Anyway. Oh wait, I could do one other voice. Allow me to explain. Everyone turns to sudden voice. On a huge TV screen, a small black and white bear appears. Greetings! I am Mono Bear, and welcome to your forever home, the bear said. I've gathered you all here for a special purpose, to kill each other! I'm sorry, General Galeforce said. Take a look! Fuck! Hold on. I stutter. Sorry. That was just me. Okay, pull it together, Leo. Pull it together. Okay. at your wrists, Mono Bear said. Henry looks at his arm and sees a bracelet attached to it. One of you is going around killing everybody. When night falls, these bracelets will inject you with sleepy gas and you'll all fall asleep, except for the killer. The killer will then wake up and kill someone until only they are left, Mono Bear said. But there's a catch. Each one of you has a forbidden action. Check your bracelet to see what it is. If your forbidden action is laughing and you laugh, then you'll be injected with poison and die. Henry checks his bracelet. Use of firearms. Well, it's not like he used guns in the first place. Hold on, Reginald said. What makes you think we're gonna okay your little game, you teddy bear? Because it's already starting, Mono Bear said. He snapped his fingers, and a body fell in the center of everyone. Oh shit! On the floor was Reginald's partner in crime, Right-Hand Man! He was stabbed in the chest! Everyone screamed. Oh my god, Right-Hand Man! That's me reacting. What the fuck? I know I should have read the first chapter. I forgot that Right-Hand Man is fucking dead. Holy shit. Okay. Now I know you're all inexperienced with killing games, which is why I'm sending you some previous survivors. The door opens and 3 people enter the room. There's a girl with purple hair, a girl with her hair in a ponytail, and finally her with brown hair, and then a hoagie. A hoagie? You think being in the Danganronpa fandom I would remember how that's pronounced? But so let's just go. Have fun, everyone, Mono Bear said before signing off. Reginald held his dead partner in his arms. Who could have done this to you? Reginald said. Who are you guys? Ellie asked the 3 people. My name is Macaroni Tamadek. No. So there is this thing where when there's cameos of their names get kind of like mangled, like in canon, in the bios, references will get like a little bit scrambled, like Hat Kid being Hat Girl, Markiplier being Mark Emu, as in the bird, stuff like that. So some Danganronpa characters are here now, and their names are. My name is Macaroni Tamanagi, and these are my friends, Kyoto Kirigiri Rinj. Oh no, it's something I can't actually read properly. Let me copy paste this. I literally cannot say this. And Aoi Zoe. We are all survivors of the previous killing game, led by Mono Bear and his partner Junkie and Oshima. Junkie was killed by us, but since despair has taken over the world, Mono Bear has returned. One of you is secretly working for the Mono Bear and is killing everyone, Kyoto said. It's up to all of us to find the mastermind and bring them down. Don't worry, Miss Kyoto, Charles said. You can count on me, Henry, and Ellie for this. Charles was cut off by sound of arguing. They all turned to see Gale Force and Reginald butting heads. General! Charles yelled. He runs out to break up the fight, but it's too late. Charles's bracelet goes off. Everyone rushes in horror as Charles screams. Charles! Ellie yells. Charles falls to the floor, and everyone sees his bracelet flashing. Witness the fight between the government and the Topak clan. Chapter 2, Hang the Man. Summary, aka Hang the Witch from episode 2. So I guess that's an anime thing? I think that's from the anime? I don't fucking know, Michael. I don't know. Oh, Solar's having a moment. That's good. That's great. Solar, who enjoys Zero Escape, is having a moment. Oh boy, howdy. You'll have to tell me later. I'm curious. Okay. A little bit? I understand a little? Oh. Oh, I do understand. Oh, fuck! Shit! Fuck! Oh, I think that would be I think he should. At Michael, so they just kind of join in because they, want to. Like, one of them's joining the murdering because they want to cause problems and want people to die to cause more despair and, like, further the ongoing apocalypse. Yeah, it's like there's an imposter. Okay. Sorry. Chapter 2, Hang the Man. Everyone gathers around Charles. Kyoto bends down and turns Charles around. Top of his head and his arm was faded purple, and he was also bleeding from his mouth. The government side of the group was slowly mourning. Charles, Ellie said. In order to prevent anyone else from dying, we must put our differences aside and work together to uncover the mastermind behind this killing game, Macaroni said. Well, look no further, Reginald said. The mastermind is none other than Henry Stickmin. Henry points herself as if saying, me? Henry is not the mastermind, Ellie said. Stay out of this, Princess Elise, Reginald said. Henry is the main reason we're all stuck here. Henry has nothing to do with us, Reginald, Galeforce said. Oh, so now the boomers gonna preach to us, Reginald said. I can't believe Galeforce just got okay boomered! Holy shit! So if you hear noises, that's me, like, clapping and or flapping, because I'm having a time. I'm having a good time. Okay. Speak for yourself, Ellie said. Stop it, Aoi yelled. Fighting won't get us anywhere, and we only have 15 minutes till we all go to sleep. Aoi is right. Let's search the building for some place to rest, Macaroni said. If I wake up, I'm putting an end to this once and for all, Reginald said. Right, men? Suddenly, another bracelet goes off. Everyone returns to see a random Top Hat member fall to the ground. His bracelet flashed, standing in one place for too long? What? Okay, random Top Hat just died. Okay, so Solar did explain to me that the forbidden actions are really stupid. Like, intentionally? So this is kind of incredible. Like, holy shit. God, now I kind of want to watch the anime as a thing. I do kind of want to watch the anime. I haven't seen this anime. I kind of want to watch it. Yeah. Yeah, Henry seems to be, like, pretty okay considering he doesn't use gun at all, because when he uses gun, he ends up shooting. Henry can't gun because if he guns, he kills Ellie, basically. Or, like, shoots himself. Or just does anything besides what he was attempting to do with gun. Unless Ellie tases him, and then he becomes a trick shot. Which I think is great. So that one time in SSR where he guns correctly. Anyway. Kyoto, Macaroni, Aoi, Henry, and Ellie. I am saying her name wrong. Oh no, Asahina's name is hard for me. No, why did I have to? Oh no. Oh, but I can't call her Asahina because that's the part of the name that got changed. Fuck. Fuck. Part of this was because I knew I was gonna have trouble and that it was gonna be funny, but also. Aoi. Kyoto, Macaroni, Aoi, Henry, and Ellie decide to look for a spot together. Eventually, they barricade themselves in the kitchen. The five of them sit on the floor with 30 seconds remaining. Henry, Ellie said, I don't know when this is gonna be over, but we must stop this killing game before anyone else dies. We've already lost Charles. Who knows who will be next to go? Henry gave her a reassuring smile. Their bracelets go off, and Henry and Ellie slowly fall asleep. And as they slept, an announcement played on the intercoms. Wakey, wakey, murderer! Chapter 3. Crude R-rated violence and harsh insults.
That's quite a
Summary.
chapter name. Do you want to keep going for another chapter, or should I step back in?
Can I read this one real quick? This is the one I haven't read yet.
Okay, go for it.
Like,
I'll jump in after.
Okay. Summary. AKA cruel violence and harsh words. What could be worse than killing one cinnamon roll? Killing two. Notes. Oh, by the way, RHM's forbidden action was Reginald dies. Meanwhile, on the other side of the building, the Toppat clan awoken from a night of slumber. Two particular toppers had woken up next to each other. Reginald stands up. Awaken, my men, Reginald said. It's a new day. That means someone was murdered. Hopefully it wasn't one of us. Suddenly, a Toppat member screams. Sven, what's gotten into you? Reginald said. Sven points to the wall. Against the wall was... Oh no! Was Dave Pompa, a person the Toppat clan had captured months ago. He too was stabbed in the chest! Fuck! That was me. The fuck was me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Dave, Bert said. What are we gonna do, sir? We kill Henry Stickmin and stop this killing game at once, Reginald said. Now, man, we're on a Stickmin hunt. Ellie and Henry woke up with no dead bodies in the kitchen. It was a relief, especially with all that happened yesterday. Is everyone alright? Macaroni said. Henry nodded. Good. What should we do now? Macaroni said. Let's meet up with the general and see if there are any more bodies, Ellie said. Henry agrees. As I make it to the hallway, a bullet hits the wall next to them. Henry turns to see a Toppat member holding a gun. I found him, boss, the member said. Let's get out of here, Ellie said. She grabs Henry and they both run for it. When they make it to the end of the hallway, they realize they left Macaroni, Kyoto, and Aoi behind. Luckily, they run in just a second later, with Aoi carrying Macaroni. Macaroni's forbidden action is running in the halls, Aoi said. Michael! He also look like Sam! Shoots Henry in the dick. She drops Mac on the floor. They managed to be exactly where the military had hidden for the night. General, Macaroni said. Henry, Ellie, good to see you're still alive, General Galeforce said. Unfortunately, we lost a few men in the night. Galeforce points at the two unnamed soldiers stabbed in the chest. Well, it's not anyone important, at least. It's just two unnamed soldiers. How many people are here? Is it like the entire government and Toppats? All of them? All of them? Okay. We ran to the Toppats on the way here. On our way here. They're after Henry, Ellie said. They think Henry might be the mastermind. Someone chased us, but I think we sorry. Someone chased us here, but I think we lost them for now, Kyoto said. Just as she said that, a random bullet hits a random soldier in the head. He falls to the ground. The gang sees Reginald, Bert, and Sven holding guns. They've got you now, Henry, Reginald said. Just admit to us you're the mastermind. We'll settle it from here. Henry shakes his head. He won't give up just yet. Very well then, Reginald said. He fires his gun and shoots Henry in the arm. Henry! Ellie said. Sven, Bert, after them. I'll take care of the general, Reginald said. Ellie grabs Henry and they make a run for it. Bert and Sven chase after the two. Meanwhile, the remaining soldiers lined up to attack the Toppat clan. However, two bracelets went off. What? Okay, General sees two of his men fall to the ground. One wristband flash standing in front of the general, and another flash standing behind the general. Holy shit! These forbidden actions are a lot. Meanwhile, the Toppat clan lined up to protect Reginald in the all-out brawl. And that's the end of the chapter. It's happening. Things are happening. What is up with these forbidden actions?
Yeah, Michael has a good point. Why is nobody paying attention to their actions? Like, why don't you just not do those things? It tells you what they are.
And also, it's kind of like weird to have generic characters in a Danganronpa killing game because you just have cannon fodder just like explode.
It's fine, probably.
It kind of, like, considering like what the concept of Danganronpa is, it's a little weird to have generic cannon fodder just kill off randomly.
Yeah.
Like, seeing it like RHM and Dave die is a holy shit moment, and then like 3 random soldiers explode. was like, okay. I am enjoying this though. It's fun to read. Oh, should I read a bit more then? Or is that just like real quick, real quick? Okay, never mind then. Um, I'm gonna hop out of call to eat the rest of this I was eating. Woo!
Okay, I'm back. Alright. Getting comfy in my seat. Make sure the fan's not pointing into my microphone. And we're off to BFA. Because apparently we had 2 expansions in a row that start at the Stormwind Harbor.
I thought I saw you glance in my
Haha, weapons, that's a funny joke.
The job's not. I appreciate that you reported in so quickly, champion. You will ship out with the 3rd Fleet. Speak to Captain Angelica when you are ready to embark.
Safe travels.
And then the battle for Lordaeron happened and that ship just disappeared.
The Horde will fall.
Champion, Azeroth cries out for your aid. Come to Silithus. There's something you need to see.
Champion! Let's see, take the portal to Uldum. Hey look, there's a giant sword. Because of course we couldn't just get a portal to Silithus or anything. But yeah, for those unfamiliar, this is, in fact, a giant sword that has stabbed the planet. Yep. And the blue and yellow stuff is azurite. It is Azeroth's blood. Because turns out that Azeroth is basically a giant egg for a something called a world soul, which is basically the baby form of a titan, which is a god, basically. Also, here's Magni. He used to be a normal dwarf, but then he turned into Diamond. And now he started moving again, and said that he can hear the planet speaking to him.
Remember, your entrance to the chamber is this way. Come on!
He was actually around in Legion, too, but he's more relevant here.
Oh, this chamber is in ruins, champion. It won't hold together for long. Azeroth cries out and Azeroth calls to you, champion. She offers a gift. One born of her own essence. The very heart of Azeroth. Infuse this amulet with power. It might be the only way to save her.
And we have automatically equipped it. Or, no we haven't got it yet. Now we get it. Now we equip it. Have a heart.
Back to seal on this chamber protects the world's soul. But with all this azurite bursting through, the seal is close to shattering. You use your amulet to absorb the azurite. Its power should mend the chamber's seal.
This is why you've only formed friendships with people who aren't serial killers.
That's it! I think it's working! Keep going! Just a wee bit more! No! The seal is shattering! Hold on, lass! Please, hold on! You did it, champion! The chamber is secure!
So we healed her with her own blood. Good job. That makes sense.
Met. Keep that amulet close to your heart, champion. It'll see you through the dark times ahead. I'll keep searching for ways to heal the damage done to Azeroth. When I have need of you, I can reach out through that talisman. I may be her speaker, but you are her champion. And she
Champion!
fight for her.
I mean, if somebody has a cut, are you going to take the blood that poured out and just smear it over their body to heal them? Is that how you apply first aid, Michael?
Champion, an urgent war council is underway. Your presence is requested in Stormwind Keep.
I mean, that seems like a you problem. Same thing that happened to artifacts, I believe. No more Azerite powers. Yeah, it's just like the artifact. I don't know what, like, I don't know if it's established what causes them to deactivate. If we'll have, like, a thing like we did with Sargeras' sword, or if it'll just be like, oh, it burned out after the N'Zoth laser beam, or something.
What news do you bring, Spymaster?
Recently, Horde agents broke into the stockades and freed two...
If you want a giant orbital
Zendikar
laser, just play Lightforged Draenei.
a princess and a prophet.
I'm aware. What of the 8 warships we sent in pursuit?
Only one returned. Survivors say they encountered strange and terrifying
Yeah, they got a
magics
racial laser.
and a massive Zandalari fleet.
Impossible! It's one of Sylvanas' tricks! It has to be.
Jaina, perhaps you could help us see what this survivor has witnessed.
It's a simple enough spell, provided the subject is cooperative. Show us. Show us what happened.
Allies at the Zandalari. We won't have the power to stop them. Be vigilant. Be vigilant.
Optical Terrace.
Prepare my ship.
Champion!
So, again, how are your sea legs?
Steady as ever.
Take a 7th Legion vessel along as an escort. Secure a base of operations in Kultiris. Our plan must not fail. And please, look after Jaina.
As you wish.
Boing. Oh, we've actually been making money, though. We're up to 11,000. Ah, yes, there's already a boat to Borealis here, but let's ignore that because that doesn't exist yet. Nope, yep, now it's gone. It just disappeared. 10 levels to go and 13 hours still pre-patch. So long as I'm faster than 1 level per hour, I should be golden.
The time for dreaming is over. We all have...
Sorry, Flynn, but we're gonna skip your intro quest. We don't have the time. And I need to go get a polearm. I mean, this one served me well, but I need a newer one. Because, oh god, it's from level 96. And I'm now post-Legion.
Thanks for the lift, Tay. I'll report to the old man.
Ah, Borealis music. Anyway, so we arrived in Borealis. Jaina got arrested, and so did we, but then we busted out of jail with a guy called Flynn Fairwind.
Don't worry about the prison break. Here in the market, you're just another traveler. Now let's get you settled in. This ferry connects to stations all along the Sound's interior coast. You'll need a ferry pass from the harbour master. That won't be a problem.
Oh yeah, this is the alternate flight master, which leads to like various spots like around this body of water here. But like no one ever uses it because it's basically useless.
The counting house is under heavy guard, day and night. Feel free to store your valuables here.
Hi, you're a tall one. Be seeing you. Would you like to purchase something?
Let's get some professions. Let's see, skinning, no. Shirt vendor, what? Sir? I mean, I know all of these by the looks of it. Yep. I have already committed these t-shirts to memory. Let's see. Could ask a guard, but I'm just gonna look around real quick. Blacksmithing, yes. Colteran blacksmithing. Cooking.
What can I do?
Yep. Let's see. I still need mining, fishing, and archaeology. Fishing is over this way. This way. Lost my bearings.
Wind's island today. Keeping warm, eh?
That just leaves archaeology, which I think is here, and then mining. No, thank you.
I fear we shall never know peace. Fair winds.
I just realized that it... Excuse me. I just realized I didn't split the stream, so I'll just do that after I grab mining. Wherever it is. Master. Guard, tell me. Trainers. Mining. Mining training. Train me in mining. Mining. Yay, I can mine. Alright, just gonna split the stream real quick since we're in a new expansion.